Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Hare Hare. Namah Om. Hara Om. Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Hare Hare. Namah Om. Hara
Haribo.
Om Saha Naa Vavatu. Saha Nau Bhunaktu. Saha Viryam Karavavahai. Tejasvinavaditamastu. Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi Hari Om. Namaste. Now we are going to talk about two interrelated concepts that are very important in the world of Ayurveda, Yoga and Jyotish. Time and space are twin concepts in the Vedic culture, even before Einstein. Just as when we take a space shuttle and the speed that we are going influence the distance, in Jyotish and Ayurveda, the idea of time being the cellular part of space and space being the grosser part of time are studied for a long time. Kal, the time process, and Desha, the place, are the main ingredients for karma to take place. Because every place we are being influenced by different frequencies. So in India, my body is being influenced in a different way from Brazil, from United States, from Europe. So the place and also the direction, but here let us stay mainly on the place, are very big and important role, play a very big and important role in our life, because like the different places you put an antenna, what your mind is recepting, the time and the place play an important role. And also the time has texture in Vedic wisdom. Time is not a linear thing. It's not like 2015, 16 is not the same as 5,000 years ago. In Vedic wisdom, we have these concepts of yugas, great time periods, and also we have the concept of dashas. Dashas is a very important concept that that increases the power of different grahas in our life. So, during 120 years, we take different parts of our life being on the main role. So, depending on what time you were born, the place, and the date, you start your life with any of the planets being more active. It can vary from 6 years as the Sun to 20 years in the of Venus in the large extremities. But every 6, 9, 12, 20 years in your life is going to be mainly governed by one planet. By planet's not a good translation, by one Caesar, one assaultant. And this will change our life perspectives and our life objectives and our life comprehension. So time and space are very far from the Cartesian concept of linear and abstract concepts, and they are much more influencing our mind and our lives in Vedic perspective. Because every place has its own properties, just as its own climate, it has its own energetics. Like every place has its own DNA. And if I'm living in the desert, my skin is going to get colored in a different way if I'm living in Antarctica or if I'm living anywhere. So even if I'm living in same latitude and with proximate weather, there's going to be different languages, there's going to be different cultures going on in that place. And this will make some changes. If I'm here in India, in a place where there is a train going, the record is going to be different if I'm in a forest. So if there is some stones in the back, there is difference in your mind if there is flowers. All these impressions that the place and the time creates in our body and in our mind provokes different movements inside our physiological and psychological functioning. So, in Ayurveda, Yoga and Jyotish, always everything will depend of whom you're talking, where you're talking, in which time you're talking, and with whom you're living with. Place has its own mind frequency. Time also, but this is even more subtler. But every place has its own mind stuff pattern that influences us a lot, including the people we are living with. So, just for the sake of the moment, remember that you in one place, in one time, is going to be very different from another place in the same time. You in the same time in different places is also going to have different tendencies in your mind. Just like the train going now with its sound and not before, when it was more silent. Time takes important aspect in our daily functioning. Namaste. If you want to have online consultations, please contact my email namaste.tiago@gmail.com. Namaste!